Good morning. It is probably like 6:30, not even 7 o'clock yet this morning. Slept well and moved to grandma's in the forest, so I was sliding to the front of the tent, but we lined that with the backpack. It's done well. I've got offloaded all of yesterday's files off to the hard drive. It's made a little bit of room, and then now we're gonna get some coffee on. So I woke up, start the day. I was going to do it on the DRS, but it's going to be so much better on the outfit on the stove. So I'm going to get the collar out, get that lit, get some coffee in me, add a comfort stop, and use the facilities, wash up anything that I haven't got to clean into a standard I'm happy with. Make sure everything's dry. If I'm really lucky, I'm out there before 8. Getting a good night's sleep always hasn't cost me a penny, because it wasn't on the cards. I didn't expect, I didn't want to stay on campsites. It was just when this bloke's cruised past and offered me the opportunity to stay. I was up for it. But yeah, this is what we're contending with. Is a lovely dewy morning. It didn't rain at all. Tent's pretty dry. There's a couple of little spots, but I don't know if you can see. There's a little female pheasant out there. The bird's been going off since about 5, so I woke up at 6, my alarm went off at 6:30, and I thought, right, it's time to get up. I'm trying to get all this done, and then maybe you guys will get to see me packing it all down. I hope you enjoyed yesterday, and there's plenty more of it to come today. In fact, there's a lot more of it to come today, because I've got a whole bloody day of hiking instead of half of it. No train today. Wake up on the train and go to bed when we get off the trail. I hope you enjoyed. I'm having a really good time. This is what I feel like I'm meant to be doing this with you, just exploring the ones in. I've said it all before, how do people get up now as well? It's a nice thing about it anyways. So yeah, I'm going to crack on and get this done. In a bit. This is where it's at. It's coming up 7 o'clock in the morning. I do have my rod with me. This is where I was going to come and camp, but very sadly it was already a fucking campsite. We're just going to sit here. I've got my coffee to start the day. Sit here and just enjoy a calm morning. Ducks galore. Little ducklings over there as well. Wonder if I can get the zoom off in time. Little ducklings there. The mommy and daddy duck there, their ducklings. Serene. Look at this fuckhead drinking coffee. Look at their little families out. This is what wild camping's about, man. Getting in nature. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't even dream of getting up to go down to a riverside to have a coffee. I mean, I'm at home with my bed in my house, because all the available creature comforts are there. But you take them all, and when it comes to morale, all the little things matter. I might even have a wander up there while I drink my coffee and see what other amazing, beautiful things we can find. And this is how it starts at 7 o'clock in the morning. This isn't even on the bloody trail. These are unnecessary footsteps and a waste of calories, but oh mate, 7. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Boom. Good morning again. What a morning it is. It is 8:30. We're on trail. Making good time already. I feel a little hop in my step. It was a good night's sleep. I'm really grateful for it. You know, wild camping isn't really my thing, but I'm grateful for the wild camp. I did hang about a little bit and give the bloke some money. See if he had my hiking pole. No hiking pole. So I'm poleless now, which is not good. And I'm a little bit disappointed I've lost the bloody pole. That means I've got to get another pole to be able to use my X-Men. But it's a lovely day. Lovely clouds in the sky. While I was there, I made another coffee. When I was making a coffee, another bloke who was doing the South Downs way, but coming from Eastborne up here, a name called John. Shout out John. I reckon we chatted for a good 30 minutes. Really nice bloke. Really just humble, kind. So it was nice having a chit chat, John. Look, little Michael out over there. There's a bloke with a little parachute. Oh my god, there's a load of them. God, what? It's a bit early. Some people aren't even out of bed yet. Let's see if we can get a better shot. There you go, this is where I stayed. And a big shout out to the guy who was working there and came pick me up. I don't think he was the owner, but I think he was like the manager. So, kudos. And then we're just walking up. I think there's a couple of hares up there. When you're going up gradients, it's steep, and you're in these beautiful little tree arches. As stunning as it is, it's hard to find motivation to keep on stumbling up gradient. And then the tree arch breaks, and you get your view. And you remember the whole time you're going up, the whole time you're climbing gradient, there's going to be some stunning sights at the very top. What more motivation can you want to continue the climb? So we're just coming up like a woodland track path. It's just stunning in there. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're back on another incline. We climbed Buster Hill. Within 5 minutes of being at the top, we were coming straight back down. To be fair, for most of you, when I got to the top, I had 5 minutes sat on a bench and ate some food, filtered some water and topped up the chest bottle so that I can stay hydrated on the move. So we had a 5-10 minute rest to catch breath catch up there, and then straight down here to come straight back up another fucking hill. It's not as high as Buster's Hill, but it's not the point. Just one after another. That's right. We're stronger than this. Not letting it get to us, we're just fucking here for the journey, mate. It doesn't matter how fast we're going. It's just about putting one step in front of another. If I want to slow down, I can slow down. So, but being at peace, being in nature, there's something about it. Slowing the mind down, stopping to smell the roses. That's the headspace we've got to get into. We're not 24 hours in nature yet though. When you reach that spot, that's good. Things maybe should adjust and settle a bit more. Little bluebells coming out, man. I'm dawdling along, feeling good. There's some lovely views, stunning views. It's been really pleasant. Get some shade so we're not cooking. Everything feels really good. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my left heel now. It's a bit of a hot spot. I think it's down to the shoe, which is quite concerning because I put a lot of miles on these shoes and the back heel started giving out on this left one. And the right one's fine. I've never had problems with these shoes before, this heel before. I've done this combo of heel, with shoe and sock before as well, so it's the only thing I can put it down to is the wear and tear on one of the components. Slightly alarming, so there is a part of me that is deep down hoping that we walk past like an outdoor shop or something that I might be able to pop into and grab a new pair of shoes. I've got a few pairs in mind that if they do I'll grab. I thought changing socks because I was having the trouble yesterday as well, but it was only really minor yesterday. So I changed socks this morning. Same style socks, different colour. Not that it makes a difference. And the problem's persisted, so common denominator shoe. The only solution I can think is swapping out the shoe. But for now we're just hobbling along, soaking up the nature, soaking up the wildlife. There you go. Loads of little sheep down there. Just majestic, man. Just walked past the sign that said bus to kiosk, open Monday to Sunday, 9 till 3. And here it's 10:30. I'm going to ransack. I'm going to just empty the shelves. I'm so hungry. Now we are going to see what they've got and do a little video of all the goodies we collect. Do a video of all the little goodies we collect on the way out. See what the scran's say. Because I haven't got any dinner yet. Morning. You alright, mate? So, I don't know if I want to be picking up dinner this early, we'll find out. Have to carry it. So it's 10:30. It's a long way to carry it. So I have to look at the map to see if we're going to get another dinner, because I think this might be the only chance. Maybe there's one more later, but it's not for sure. I don't want to be tapping dehydrated foods this early on. I've got one as emergency. Let's keep it that way. Some incredible views from up here. The colours of all the different forests, the different types see the different types of forests here. I found that it's not called a Buster Hill, it's called Butser. B-U-T-S-E-R, Butser. Okay, but well worth coming up here. And we're literally dropping down the other side and hopefully into a town. This is needed. There is just something about these forest passes. It's so relaxing. But the part that's not relaxing is the fucking uphill. Oh. That puff, mate. So I do, after going to Butser Hill, there was good and bad news. Starting with the bad news is Butser Hill's kiosk was closed. Which is a fucking load of rubbish. There was a sign on it saying closed. So that was defeating. But obviously we don't stop, so we carry on going. Cross some kind of dual carriageway, and you go into the Queen Elizabeth Country Park, and lo and behold, a cafe. So we panini'd that, caramel shortbreaded it up, grabbed a stick of Tony's chocolate, some crisps, and an Americano, and we're back off on trail. This time with a full stomach, feeling good. But we still need to go and find food for dinner. That's the next priority. On the left, you got like beautiful oak trees, like an oak forest, with the nice, beautiful bulbous tops to the trees and a nice, beautiful light green. And on the right, it transitions into like a pine forest. You've got these long, tall, straight trees spread out a little bit more light coming through to the floor of the forest. I'm walking down the middle. It's just an incredible experience seeing how both forests look so similar but also so different. Right, it's coming up, I think it's 10 to 1. We've just crossed the 23-mile mark, which I'm pretty happy about. Almost a quarter of the way to the other side. Not that I'm keeping track, but a quarter of the way to the other side now. Making pretty good time. I've discovered what I did while I was at the cafe, with that hot spot on my left ankle, my left heel. It's not a hot spot anymore, it's a blister, so we have temporarily tended to it. It's very new and fresh. We've got Compeed on there for now, but we've taken the high path through this forest trail, and it's quite incredible. Right, feels like we've been flying. Just hit the turn off where you cross the road that takes you to South Harting, so I thought, fuck it, we'll jump off the trail real quick, head to South Harting. Supposedly there's 2 shops and a post office. I'm saying no, I'm keeping my lips sealed. Those are just facts. And once we've popped to South Harting and been there and paid them a visit, we're heading off to what looks like the actual South Downs National Park. I don't know, I'm going to have to double check when I next get a chance to look at the map, but it looks like this first day you're not even in the actual South Downs National Park. It takes a day to get there from Winchester, but we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how it works out. And I think that's the exciting thing about doing this. let's actually research into it. It's half the time, you know. There's a lot more things that do go wrong. I'll hold my hand up and admit that. But I don't mind that necessarily, because wrong is just a perspective. But it's interesting and keeps things spontaneous and exciting. So it's all just part of the fun. Right, we are on our way out of Southampton now. A little bit underwhelming in the grand scheme of things, but beggars cannot be choosers. We've rolled into the village, and there's a post office there that does operate also as a store, and they close at 2 o'clock, and I rolled through at 2:32. 32 minutes behind schedule, so no food, no shop for us. However, the White Hart Inn was open and available, and with calories low, whether the calories are bought to be put on the back or bought to be consumed there and then, we need calories, but there's a deficit. So we had a couple of pints, we had some chips, just carb heavy, and I've got some soup noodles for like a light dinner later. So we ate there, 2 grams of the chips, 2 grams of the beers, and I'm hoping that should see us through. I know for sure that the next village definitely has a shop, and I don't want to touch that dehydrated meal, so I'll have the soup noodles tonight, and then I've got that dehydrated meal for an emergency still, and tomorrow, store, bang, black and white of it. Tomorrow might be a bit of a different day than we've done the last few days, just putting in mileage, because I'm not far from. I've used the first charge out of my thing tonight. I used the second charge this evening. Last night, sorry. It's the second charge this evening. I reckon it's got 2 more charges in it, maybe 3. So I'm not far from needing to find a point to charge that. I'd like to stop and do some fishing at some point. But essentially, I'd like to slow things down on me today. But we'll see if I'm fortunate enough to make that work and that happen. Regardless, back on the trail, getting the steps in. Left ankle, left heel, still a little bit sore. It's not going to feel any better, I guess, putting a plaster on it. It's going to just stop it from feeling worse, which is what we're working with. We're going to put some miles down on the track, see if we can get another 5-10 miles in, and find somewhere to shack up and get it comfy. That's the game plan. Right, we're back at it. Well, we've been not back at it, we never stopped doing it. We didn't look like we're that far off the fucking ground for crying out loud, but we're climbing. This feels more like a bloody mountain. The incline on this is phenomenal. We're jumping out of a valley, don't get me wrong. We came down that path over there into the valley behind me. But we've got to go up this to get to the plateau. Continue. This is phenomenal. Really humbling me. But beer and the chippies reign supreme. Hoorah. I'll bring you guys back when we're at the fucking top, son. Powered by beer and chips. That's the bloody sea, mate. And that over there. Just magical. And that is where we've come from. We were in that town, just there, less than an hour ago. 100% that is the sea. That's a bloody boat, mate. Insane. And I'm only going to walk and get closer and closer to the sea as it goes. It's just incredible. It's a long way away though. It's a long way away. I've just been cruising maybe for 45 minutes an hour. Just enjoying it. We've had golden hour come along now. Sun's at like a nice height. We're in more of like an orangey colour. It's quite inspirational. Brings a lot of positivity. It's a nice feeling, that light. I don't know how to explain it. But we're using that plus the beer plus the chips, of course, to spur us on and keep us moving. We don't really have a campsite in mind, but we'll get an hour extra walking in maybe, hour and a half. Then after that, camp spots for free game though. It looks like we might be stumbling towards another hill, and if we are, when I get to that top, tents out there and then go, no hesitation, and sit. It's that. Locked in. Get me up there, get this tent up, get me in my bed, and put the noodles on, get me conked the fuck out, and then whipping on down next morning, nice and early. I don't know what mileage I'm at. I know I've crossed the 15-mile point, which I'm happy with. That was the bare minimum. I might even be close to the 20-mile mark once we're in that tent. All the information will be verified. But other than that blister, if I had to put that fucking Compede blister sticker on while it was a hot spot and not a blister, this would be far more comfortable. But this is exactly what we're doing, is we're testing, we're learning, we're doing more so that when that coast to coast comes, we're on trial for 2 weeks, twice as long. Mistakes are far more impactful, so we want to be educated on how to resolve them before they become an issue. And so I think we're doing a good job. We're learning a lot, and we're enjoying ourselves. I'm still motivated, which is fantastic. I didn't think my head would be able to cope with this long in isolation, but it's doing damn well. Tomorrow's another day, it's going to crush it. Bring you back in a little bit. This is one thing that I'm enjoying more than anything else. This specific trail, I think it's because I'm doing it now. There's something really wholesome, humble interactions that you get to have with people. I'm coming up this trail, I've just dropped down off that mountain. No, that's the one we're calling the mountain. I've just dropped down off that mountain, the one you can see the sea on, and I've come down, and I'll be coming up the next hill, ready to summit a crest again. And I've just had a shepherd come down, and we're chatting about some of his wool, and he pulls me over and he goes, "You look like a man whose feet hurt." And I was like, what gave it away? And we chatted for 15-20 minutes, and it's just like they're wholesome interactions with really kind people that in the busy world that we live in is an exchange of anything but just time and kindness. And it puts a smile on your face. And I think because I'm doing this on my own, and because a lot of it is isolation here in your head, which I'm having a good time up there, to be fair. It's nice to have that you appreciate just the small breaks from it, and they're so much more meaningful when they're few and far between and so far from frequent. So it's great. We had a laugh and we joked, shook his hand and we shot off. And here we are. He's probably on his way home to finish up the day as a shepherd, looking after a sheep. And I'm up to go find a camp spot. And you can continue just limping there and hope that, I don't know what to do with this blister. I don't know whether to keep the compede on or pop it. We'll have a look when we get that tent up, but we're a little way up from that just yet. So we're going to keep our heads down and keep grinding for now. It's almost 7 o'clock now. We're definitely starting to run out of time. An hour to an hour and a half of the daylight left. This is the area I thought we might get an opportunity to camp, but it is all in use for sheep, so but we just got to keep going. See, the sun is nearly done. That's what we're watching. That's what we're up against. I have. It takes us a bit to there, to the 5-minute camp spot. That's the game we're playing. So just gritting our teeth, keeping the steps going until we find somewhere to slam the tent. We get cosy. Eventually, you know, you walk along enough, eventually it just gets to a point where you can just set your tent up anyway because it's dark. I mean, as long as you're up at a reasonable time, you're sound. I'd like to watch the sunset. I'd like to get up before. I'd like to have a little bit of sunlight to set up in, and I don't want to have to be up at the crack of dawn to keep moving, so I'd like to find somewhere decent. It's quite long, but we keep going. The opportunity will present itself inevitably. We're just coming up this last little crest from the very top of the hill point. I think that's where we tap in camp. We've got this lovely view. Don't get me wrong, pathways there, maybe within 100 metres. I reckon if I get the other side of this hill, out the side of the pathway, you know, we've got Scoot Diddley. We've got fucking same camp. I reckon it'll be flatter than it was yesterday. Maybe not as windless. I might be lucky. And just see what I can arrange in terms of the pitch to get us up the range. This is stunning, especially as the sun's set. It's coming up 7:30. It's been a long day. We've going since 9. That's 10-hour day. Most bit is I reckon we do 15-20 miles. Just maybe slow down a little bit. We definitely steadied up a bit because I was out the gates a bit too quick, and that was definitely one of the reasons why I got this blister. We're just going to keep on. It's looking like it might be up here. Yeah, baby. I can right on the top just there. Look at that, nice and flat. Yep. And yeah, alright. There's a trick point there. Oh, fuck yeah, that feels good to get that bag off my back. I don't have any delicious going. I'm just gonna get some noodles in me tonight and hope I have enough water left in the morning. But look, down there, there's other people camping anyway, so that's our view for the night. And I'm gonna pitch up just up here with my doors facing the sunrise. Bang. Especially when the wind's coming this way, to pitch up that way. Wind's going to split nicely around us, paths along there. There's other boys camping down there, so it's no stress. What a day. When you get set up, let's get in. Get all that shit out that bag. We have been absolutely blessed. It's like 8 o'clock. I'm wrapped up in my sleeping bag. I was going to eat, I don't know yet. I'm going to see how I feel once the sun sets, or as the sun sets, because I don't know, I'm not too hungry right now, to be fair. I'm more tired, excuse me, than hungry. I'm having a big yawn, but we're going to watch that sunset. And just relax and enjoy the evening. Oh, to be fair, I'm probably going to go to sleep. Absolutely wrecked. I'm so tired, but we need the calories, so I'm going to think about getting those noodles in. You'll see if I do. If not, we're carrying them down with us. I'm going to have a look at the map and see what the mission is for tomorrow. My shoulders are hurting a little bit, and my left foot is very sore. Noticeably, the pain is more prominent when I'm not moving them than I am. Very peculiar, but the mission must continue. You know, it's not done until we get to the other end, so that's just what we've got to do. I'm enjoying myself so far. Very peaceful.